The Norse Sea Empire. Canute the Great's lasting legacy on this earthly plane. This empire spanned these three kingdoms, England, Denmark, and Norway. After Canute's death, it pretty much fell apart. However, in Crusader Kings 3, it can rise again with your help. It's one of those challenges that can be a bit tricky. It requires you to have a character hold on to three kingdoms that are traditionally hard to acquire all in one lifetime, and also hold them for 30 years each. So today we're going to show you how to get the whole thing wrapped up in under 40 in-game years. We're starting as one of Canute's family, his nephew, King Sven II of Denmark. Originally I thought it would be fun to start as Sven's brother, Count Asbjorn, but with the time constraint we have, it would be nearly impossible to do within his lifetime. They both come with claims on all three kingdoms, but Sven already runs Denmark, so he is the more ideal candidate to get this done ASAP. What you're going to want to do is get as many alliances set up before unpausing the game. Crusader Kings 3 is weird because before you unpause the game, people are much more likely to do whatever you want them to do. When time begins, then all hell breaks loose. Therefore, we went out and got an alliance from France, Bohemia, and the HRE with the promise of a grand wedding. Next, we took the dynastic legacy traditional wedding to bring down the cost of hosting a grand wedding. Then we tied the knot with the Kaiser's mom, that's your mom, which springboarded us into getting our second dynastic perk, Mostly Fair, brings down the cost of hunts and feasts, which we will need later. While that was happening, we started cooking on a small little murder scheme for one of those claimants of England, William. I found out through some trial and error that if you kill William before he conquers England, then it will in turn allow Norway to win the invasion of England, which in turn allows you to fight one war instead of two. Popping William's head paves the way for Norway to beat Godwin and us to take the whole pie. We call our massive coalition of allies together, and after 2 short years, we check another couple of things off our to-do list. Denmark, so big. Technically, that was the easier part of this challenge. Next, we need to hold on to our winnings and survive. The former will be easier if we use the 4 Cs. What are the 4 Cs? Well, something I just made up to help deal with vassals in CK3. They are cajole, coerce, kill, and conquer. Cajole. Sway, throw parties, butter up these people until they have 80 opinion of you. Coerce. Use hooks, plus military strength, and marriages to keep your vassals in check. Kill. Seems pretty self-explanatory. And conquer is the last resort in all cases. Fighting takes you away from your other goals and weakens you to other internal and external threats. If you use the 4 Cs, you should be fine. The next hurdle is staying alive for 30 years. Depending on how quickly you get the first part all done, it will increase your chances drastically. For us, Sven only has to make it to the ripe old age of 83. We did the usual things to extend one's life. Go down the left tree of learning, become an avid traveler and hunter for the small health boosts, try our hardest to get a dog or cat to spawn, but to no avail. But pretty much you just need to keep the course, and barring some major illness, you'll be all good. Fuck! We get infirmed, which is actually really bad for us. It's too late for caution. If we die of measles, we die of measles. You lose the trait measles. Hell yeah. But we're still wounded and close to death. While waiting for time to pass, you can always try and finish the Legend of Gothic Kings, which gives you a CB on all of Hispania at the 2nd level, which would be a great way to start a world conquest because you would already hold 3 strong kingdoms and then all of Hispania before 50 years into the game. Just an idea. So say everything goes well, you get the lands in a timely manner, keep the people from rebelling, and you survive to take the decision, all to be thwarted by one key detail, that this is a hard limit. However, there is a solution. You can't let your culture get to high medieval age. How do you prevent that? Well, you don't. All you need to do is jump to one that hasn't done that and is Northern Germanic or Western Germanic heritage. Which praise be to Iceland for not changing their ways and allowing us to conquer one land and move our capital and convert to their culture. Side note, have you seen this version of the event From Dust? The event you get right after the plague just tore through all of your lands and hundreds if not thousands have died? Well, it seems like you can get a chance to move your capital to a new location, which was huge because we had moved it to Iceland to get the culture conversion needed for the wider challenge. It seems to be one that happens only once in a blue moon. Let me know if you all have come across it. With that then, we now have fulfilled all the requirements and can finally take the decision. The High King of the North. It's been an ambition to unite the great kingdoms of North Sea beneath a single permanent crown. For years I have toiled, winning recognition as great ruler of each of my realms. Just like that, it's done. By far the quickest way of getting it that I've seen. Unfortunately, it does not meet the requirements for the achievement, but you got a big ass empire that can probably rival the Byzantines and or the HRE. Thank you for watching the video. If you enjoyed this, why not subscribe to the channel? If you feel like supporting us further, why not join the Patreon where we make little silly videos about random topics? That's all I have for you. Have a good rest of your day, and ciao.